Justin Michael Williams is in the house. We're talking Transformation Tuesday. He has an online free course around 5 toxic behaviors holding you back. So this is perfect conversation for the holidays. And how can people stay healthy and transform their Christmas, their Thanksgiving into something that's better for them?
It's super important. You know, I think sometimes, I know, especially even for me, I go to the Bay Area for the holidays every year, and it can be a lot, or it can be amazing depending on how we dive into it. You know,
so how do you personally dive into it?
Yeah, okay, so the things that are really important to me is, number one, I love that you started with this, is you have to protect your mornings during the holidays. I think all the science has shown, and you probably know more about this, but a lot of the science has shown that the way we start our day affects the trajectory of our entire day. The first 10 minutes of your day are similar, your brain's in a similar state to what it is in when you get hypnotized, actually.
Very suggestible.
And so, yeah, it's very permeable. And so what you look at, what you consume, what you talk about, what you think about in the morning, the first 10 minutes are super important. So especially when you're at home with your family and you might be getting triggered and you might be having stuff come up, you want to be in as clear and pure of a state as possible. So protect your mornings is a big one for me.
That's huge, right?
Oh,
it's also why it's such a great period of the day, time of the day to meditate, right? Because you can slip into that space more easily.
Yeah, and for some people who don't have a meditation practice, I first of all recommend has a meditation practice. But if people don't have a meditation practice, something you can do is start your day listening to a podcast, even listening to your favorite song. Grab a quick book or a quote or something positive that you can read, or just do a gratitude practice. Wake up and think of 3 things you have to be grateful for.
Right.
You know, it'll change.
So take us back. How did you get on this journey? Have you always been woke, or what?
No, I love that. No, actually, I mean, for me, so I've been in the kind of yoga, spiritual world for a while. I got into this world when I was 19 because I had an eating disorder in college, actually. And people were saying, you should go do yoga. And I fell in love with it right away. And so I've been meditating and doing yoga and kind of in this raise your mindset vibration since I was 18, which was longer ago than I look like it was.
It's very, you know, I think that we hear a lot about women with eating disorder, and we just don't talk about it.
Yeah.
Do you mind sharing a little bit about that?
Yeah, no, you know, I think it's a really big thing. I have a song on my album actually called Broken Mirrors that I wrote about this. So I do motivational speaking mixed with music, you know.
Wow. Multi-talented, multi-passionate.
So cool.
And he doesn't just sing, he can blow.
Not in the morning.
Top 20 album on iTunes. Let's not forget that.
Thank you. But I think to answer your question, it's a conversation that there's so much out about body positivity for women, but not a lot out there for men. And when I moved to LA, right, from the Bay Area, I moved here and I saw all these people with these perfect bodies and 6-pack abs and at the beach and doing every cleanse and every diet. And I was like, I don't look like that. And there's an image of what a hot, acceptable man looks like. And most men, when you look at them, don't look like that, you know? And so for me, I got into this rut of trying to become that. And literally almost killed myself in the process. Bulimia, I tried steroids, you know, to try to get bigger. I mean, I tried so much. And to think about what that does for your health, you know? So anyway, what I just like to say to wrap that up is, I think we are enough as we are, you know? And as long as we're healthy, we have to look at what are we doing? Is this actually to fit a magazine picture, or is this for my health and the longevity of my life? And they're 2 very different things.
Thank you for being so honest.
Yeah, I have to talk about it because nobody speaks about it for men. And it's actually something that comes up. Guys, look at the next time you go to the beach or go to a pool and look at how many guys are wearing their shirts. Pay attention, right? That's not because, they just don't feel like taking their shirt off. It's because they're uncomfortable, but they're not allowed to say it to anyone.
It's true.
You know?
Growing up, we tried everything. I mean, we tried weight gain, or I remember water pills, all that stuff. I mean, you try all that stuff, and you don't realize that you can very easily start to slide in a direction that's incredibly unhealthy. Yeah. So I appreciate you sharing that with us and sharing such an inspiring story, though, to hear how you also worked your way out of that.
Yeah, I mean, that, honestly, it was the biggest gift because it brought me into the world that I'm in today, and it helped me wake up and find this, you know, beautiful passion of motivating people to live their best life.
So tell us about your performance. Tell us what that's like. What experience.
So basically, it's kind of funny. I don't like saying that it's like church because it's not religious at all, you know, but
it's like church.
But it's kind of like church. It's a mix between music and motivation, and I'm not into what I call cheap motivation, where it's like, let's just inspire people, and then they go back home and do the same crap that they were doing before. I like to give people practical, actionable steps that they can take with them into their life, and then bookend it with music, because music gives us this a way that we can't describe. We can connect with our emotions and connect to each other more than we do even just talking one-on-one. So I like to incorporate both of those things together as much as I can.
And so where do you perform?
Yeah, all over. Festivals, yeah, I do a lot of festivals. I do a lot of stuff online. You mentioned the 5 Toxic Habits thing that I have going on right now, which, can I tell people how to get that?
Please,
So it's totally free live class called the 5 Toxic Habits that are keeping you from living your purpose. And it's on a website called freepurposewebinar.com. It's a 1-hour class that I did with an amazing motivational speaker named Malcolm M.J. Harris. And we just go over, we think, the 5 things that sabotage people, or that the ways we sabotage our own selves from living the life that
our
we've
own
always
broken
wanted.
mirror.
Yes, breaking that mirror, fixing it maybe.
Absolutely. So tell people where they can find and follow you.
Yeah, my Instagram is @WeJustWill, and my website is justinmichaelwilliams.com. And again, Free Purpose Webinar is the best place to go for that free webinar. That's just a gift for everybody watching.
Yeah. And the podcast?
Oh yeah, so I have a podcast too that's called Motivation for Black People. Everyone can listen. So I was like, when I say that of brown white people, I'm like, don't worry. However, the reason why, and I interviewed Rob on it, which you guys have to listen to his episode about happiness. The reason why it's that is because I think there's a lot of motivation that's out there that isn't tailored in the context of people growing up with systemic racism and oppression and the things that the Black community has grown up with. So I take these mindful concepts, slip them into our context so that we can have equality for everybody. So
that's right, universal themes that
Yeah.
everyone can apply to their life.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Oh, I appreciate it so
Thank
much.
you guys for
sharing
having
your
me.
time and light with us. We're so grateful.
Thank you so
we
much.
just will.
Yes.
You will too. Stay tuned. We'll be back with more on Good Morning Roland.